Hello, crypto miners. Hello, everyone. Hello, drunk skunks. Welcome, drunk skunks, to crypto miners.
Thank you,
I am
Mary.
Mary, and yeah, I'm gonna have a really fun AMA tonight with drunk skunks. Jay, is it you?
I'm here. I'm here. How are you, Mary?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad we could finally connect for this. It's been in the works for a while, so this is great to be here with you guys.
Yeah,
It's great. Thank you for hosting us today.
yeah, my pleasure. Lots have happened since we spoke last time.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been doing a ton behind the scenes, and we got a ton going. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it for sure.
Yeah, we will start from the beginning, I think. Just a little bit presentation. But first, I want to say, as usual, guys, we do not give any financial advice during this session, but we wish to give you more knowledge about this project, Drunk Skunks, and help you a bit on your way to your own research. So, with that said, Jay, who are you in Drunk Skunks community, and how long have you been working with this project?
Yeah, thanks. I think that's a great place to start. And when you say do your own research, I think that's always the point that we harp on to is research the team. So I think team is a great place to start because I know, me as an investor, and I know a lot of my friends in the space, obviously, start doing their own research with team, because it's so important to know who you're investing with, and investing in a team, of course, is I think a way to be a successful investor, and at least you can weed out some of the potential red flags on the front end while you're looking into projects. So for us, it's obviously a great place to start because I'm really proud of the team that we have, and I think that our professional careers have really uh, prepped us and line up with our roles that we have within Drunk Skunks Drinking Club. So, for an intro, I love to start with team, but as far as the project goes, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, Drunk Skunks Drinking Club has three main components to it. We have a NFT project, we have the token, and then we have the in real life businesses that include a Drunk Skunks Pale Ale, Drunk Skunks Lager set to go live for commercial sale Q2 here in the United States. And we also have a cannabis gummy line that includes three really nice, well balanced products. And both of those are the context is important for understanding the moonshot potential on both of those businesses. So while, anybody could probably start up something like that, it's the connections and the depth of the contacts and relationships that we have within those two industries that I think set us apart from any other project or startup. So for listening, our listeners right now, just understand too that those are the three main parts of the project, and I think that's a good segue to get into the team. So my name's Jay. I'm the COO of Drunk Skunks Drinking Club, and I've been with this project. We launched actually in October. We went live with the NFT and the V1 of Stink, and so for the second. For the V2, I can get into some details on that, but just know that this project's been around since October. This team's been established in the space. We're KYC'd, audited, partially doxed, and plan on having, of course, due to the nature of the business, full doxing is incoming for members. We're hyping kind of that up for our investors. So, like, for example, due to the nature of our business, Randy's docs is probably available for you guys right now. And of course, he's going to be hosting brew tours, interviewing with the brewery, and also kind of having a series called What's Brewing that we'll do once weekly, where he shares information, progress about the brewing. And that will include interviews with the brewer, as I mentioned, tours, virtual tours of the brewery. And then it will turn into the retail kickoff parties that we'll have when we go live with sales, retail sales at different major kickoff points. It'll include in real life meetups and parties as part of our plan to include the NFTs as a social exclusivity component. So Randy, actually, his background is fantastic for this project. Randy is currently running the beer business. So, for him, that's kind of where his full-time efforts are focused. So that's something else I wanted to mention too, Mary, is that all four of us are full-time crypto. We are in this space full-time. We live in this space. So, it put us to test on that. Come into the Telegram, you'll get an answer from one of these four core team members 24/7. It's intentionally staffed that way. So not only are we working on nonstop development and marketing, but we're also full-time crypto, four of us in this space full-time. So we intentionally staff it in the Telegram that way. And back to Randy, his background, as far as being a business entrepreneur, he's been in the business world for 20 plus years and started businesses from scratch, sold them for profit, and done very well. Now he's full-time in DSDC. But what makes his background really important to the club is the fact that he's done it in the restaurant industry, the bar industry. He's done it in the same industry that we're working in right now. So he's got all of these connects to flex from 20 plus years of experience, which you're going to start to see revealed here as we go and make more progress. One great example of the connects that he's been able to establish for us is in the distribution. So we have the number one distributor in a 6-state territory, already very bullish on the branding that we have, and committed to buying the first commercial run of our beer and then pushing it out hard to retail. So, for us to have that, the other relationship that he has is the legal team that he's established is top notch. Our lawyer that's on retainer deals almost entirely in the craft beer specialty law. So it's industry specific experience that these guys have, but top of the industry, which our brewer is top in the industry as well. He's worked for a huge name that you're going to recognize as far as brewing goes in the U.S. If you're into craft beers, if you're into the microbrewery scene, when we drop this guy's resume, you're going to be blown away of where he came from, where he learned from, and where he's at now. So it's those types of contexts, that I think are really impressive that Randy's got. So we're grateful for him. And we also have. Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to jump in a little bit and say, like, the team is very, very important, of course, for a project like this. And I wanted to go back to when you started. How did you come up with this idea? But I interrupted you, so if you wanted to add something first.
No, you're good. I think that's a great thing too to talk about too. So yeah, let me get Lou's background.
How many people were you from the start? I mean.
Yeah, the four of us, right? So the four of us, the four core team members, it's me, Lou, Randy, and Ace. And, the four of us were really kind of thinking about, what are we going to do? Like, what do we want to bring to this space? What's our project that we want to have? At the time, it was peak Basie hype when we're talking like January 2022. So as investors, just in awe of Basie, as NFT investors, we're just like watching this hype. We're watching Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton show off their Basies on his show, and just in awe of Basie. I think everybody was at that point. It was peak hype. It was crazy. So we were sitting around going, we want to be Basie plus beer, and somebody said drunk as a skunk. Man, you're getting drunk as a skunk, while the four of us were having a couple beers together, and it was just on from there. The idea evolved from there. I had a friend in real life who was an amazing artist. She sketched some stuff up, and it was just, we loved it. It was like, we had never seen a skunk NFT. We had never really seen anything like that. And we thought, let's bring this together with Randy's Connects and let's make this happen.
So you basically inspire yourself. You are the inspiration for Drunk Skunks.
Yeah, and I think collectively the four of us kind of came together on that. Yeah. I think that's pretty much the origin story of it. And then we started kind of developing things to the point where the market really, the NFT bubble burst shortly after that. The market, was not strong at all, was not really conducive to this type of a launch of a project. So we kind of played it safe and waited and continued developing behind the scenes. And then when we went live in October, it was kind of one of those times where we couldn't wait around for the market, any longer. We just felt like we had what we had. We knew what we had. And everybody was flooding BNB chain NFTs at that time, and NFTs in general. But we still went for it, and we knew that we could probably, we felt strongly that we could overcome those market conditions and all the FUD and things like that about NFTs in general if we had strong utility.
It went pretty well, didn't it? It went pretty well. You sold out.
I mean, I think it went extremely well, Mary. Yeah, not only did we sell out, but we're number one on BNB chain in every analytic. We were at the top of collections.
How many Drunk Skunks are there?
So there's 5,605. Yeah, and completely sold out.
Weird number, or not usual number.
Well, what it is it's 55-55. So it's 5,555 plus 50 legendaries. So not
Okay.
really much of a story. Just kind of we like the vibe of the same number,
Just
and
happened.
we had 50 legendaries. So put it all together,
Yeah. Okay.
5605. Yep. So Mary, if I could go back real quick to Lou's background, I think his background's
Oh yeah, of
important to
course.
the project. Just in terms of him being a financial analyst coming in as a financial consultant, he's managing the staking protocol. So he's got his eyes on the numbers. He's got his eyes focused on the longevity and sustainability of staking protocol while also focusing on delivering high value returns because it's got to be a balance, right? With staking, I look at staking as when I'm getting into a project, I've got my eyes on staking and the specifics and the details on it. So like for me, I want somebody like Lou who's going to have that balance between high value, not giving 4 million% APY because I know that that project's going to be done in like an hour, and not giving me 2% APY because I may as well just go ahead and park my money in a more traditional investment. That doesn't make sense to me personally. So I think, it's got to be a balance between those two things. Certainly, it's got to be high value, and we have businesses in real life to account for. So, it's got to be sustainable and focused on the long term as well. And I think Lou's done a good job of balancing that with his financial lens. I think he does a great job of keeping an eye and focusing on those two components, right? It's a contrast and a balance between high value and sustainability. So that's Lou.
Hmm.
Ace's background. Ace's background is in management, specifically in business and in the healthcare sectors. So for him to come in with the management lens that he has, he really, really views things very professionally and is very organized behind the scenes. But in the chat, he's on brand. He's ready to have a beer with you anytime. He's ready to smoke a joint with you anytime. Like he's key to maintaining engagement, and he's going to have a bigger role here with the V2. So my background too, just real quick to get that out, Mary, is that I've been in PR and I've been in corporate leadership and leadership training, and exited that field. I was training leaders in different sectors, government and education here in the United States. And I'm so glad to be out of that and full time with DSDC because it's just a much better fit for me, my personality and my lifestyle and everything. And I try to make sure that everybody sees that and how grateful I am every day to be waking up and working with the SDC and all of the stuff that we have for the future, that I'm so excited about, including today, which I'm sure we're going to talk about, but our Stone Skunks Mint's going live today too. So you tell me where you want to go next,
Of
Mary. I'm
course.
happy to kind of go
Yeah,
everywhere.
I was curious if you said you all four core members are working full time now with this project. Were you already full-time crypto before this, or is it Drunk Skunks who dragged you out of your old professions?
Yeah, in a way, like when I was mentioning the origin story, the four of us had already had kind of our successes and kind of either resigned our positions with our professional careers or made the decision to, at the time I was talking
Okay.
about us sitting around having that discussion. So we've been full time, I've been full time crypto. Well, I've been in crypto since 2016. I was trying to buy up some ETH for like under $20 at that time. I remember that specifically. But then getting into just the four of us have been full time crypto for anywhere between a year and 2 years at this time now.
Okay. So now the project is in a new phase, you can say, because when I first heard about Drunk Skunks, you were starting to you can mint the first version, the Drunk Skunks NFTs, and stake them and get the stink money or stink crypto currency for that. And you can obviously also still buy that currency. But where are you now on this? Because you are moving forward with a new set of skunks, right? The stoned skunks.
Yeah. Let me give you I can give a little history on that too. So when we
Yeah.
launched in October, we had the V1 of Stink that we did a pre-sale for with Pink Sale, and we were Seifu, KYC, and audit badges with them, which was at the time, what we were looking for as investors. So that's something that we always try to do is try to put ourselves in investors' shoes as project owners. I think that that's something that is necessary to do, and in order to create a good user experience and to impart your own values as an investor out to your community. So like for us, we looked for projects that were SafeFu, KYC, and audited with Pink Sale when we were shopping pre-sales or when we were investing ourselves. So that's what we wanted to have. But as part of the SafeFu deal that we had, for those of you that aren't familiar with that, you have to work with a Pink Sale dev that is, that is licensed to do the SafeFu contract with them. So they control the contract and everything on and on. So we interviewed about 5 or 6 SafeFu devs, and we came up with the best deal that we thought for us. And that deal included a 1% tax on the token as a royalty to the dev. However, we thought that was like at launch, and that would then be removed. But, I think it was a professional misunderstanding in all honesty. And it ended up, that the terms for that dev included a 1% tax royalty forever. So for us trying to run a business and a low tax token, that was unacceptable. And a way that we were able to escape that is with the V2 that we just went live with this week. So, for us, that is a great way to escape that SafeFu 1% tax. However, there's so much more to the reasoning behind the V2. We were able to improve staking. We were able to integrate feedback from our investors and enhance the user experience with an all-in-one dApp. And so you'll be able to do everything right in-house with DSDC. You'll be able to mint, stake, mutate, and more right there in-house. You'll be able to interact in the Skunkverse, which is going to be our metaverse. It's a virtual bar. It's multiple games. And it's so much more. It's a customizable experience that you'll have within the Skunkverse, where you'll be able to come to our happy hours where I host in the Skunkverse. It's just going to take things, I think, to the next level. And it's also furthering our mission, allowing for that seamless integration into the Skunkverse and games, which being developed by Silfaster from ApeSwap. He's just a legend. He's doing an amazing job and providing so much more than we ever expected and exceeding expectations just all around. So for us, it's just been great for the V2 for all of those reasons. It furthers the mission too of Pay with Stink, which big picture, we want to have it be buy your beer with Stink, buy your cannabis gummies with Stink, buy your merch with Stink, buy your NFTs with Stink, and receive a discount on all of that right in the Skunkverse. So that's kind of the big picture for us and what we see it happening. And that allows us to market to so many different audiences too, Mary, which is what gets me excited about it. I can market now to, of course, NFT buyers. I can market to the token Stink, right? To traditional investors in tokens, right? I can also market now to the real world industries of cannabis and alcohol. And I can now market to gamers in the P2E and the gaming and the blockchain gaming market. So this project has the potential, I believe, for unlimited expansion and very unique and creative marketing opportunities that I think I've only seen with DSDC. So I think a lot of people that are hopping on board and buying Stink are investing for all of those reasons.
So this Skunkverse, is that already up and running, or is it coming?
Yeah, it's actually in beta right now. So I think Silfaster is getting ready to drop some stuff as far as that goes. But the Skunkverse is exceeding all timelines that we thought for it, including the game development as well. So we'll have not only one game, but multiple games in the Skunkverse, which will integrate Stink. So yeah, it's getting ready to drop here any day. But
so if I go to your webpage, which is drunkskunksdc.com, it's like a bar. You come into a bar. Can I go to this Skunkverse from the webpage then, or how's it gonna
once we get the beta live, we'll link it there. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm eager. I want to go in there.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. You'll be able to customize your skunk too, and we have in-game options for you to, like, as part of the pre-sale bonuses and also purchasing in-game, you'll be able to buy 3 different kegs. So you'll be able to buy a bronze, a silver, and a gold keg, which is like a loot bag. So for our investors, they'll be able to customize their skunk, their avatar, walking around in the bar with those attributes. And so the gold gives you the highest chance of minting a rare attribute for your skunk. And why that's important is eventually what you'll be able to do is customize your skunk and then like screenshot, so to speak, and mint that exact skunk NFT, which you can then use for different stuff within the game. And you can even trade, sell, transact, using, that NFT
Interesting.
that you customize.
But the batch that are sold out now that you can only purchase from OpenSea or some other pages, uh, can you use those skunks also in this drunk verse? No, drunk verse, skunk verse, I mean.
Yeah, yeah. So
Skunk verse.
I think that it would be good if I could talk about the three components of the project, because I think that that'll give a lot of clarity to each component. And also
All right,
the
let me know.
NFTs, we have the NFTs, we have the token, and then we have the businesses, the in real life
The
businesses.
real
So
beer and stuff, yeah.
so like each of those really gives you a great opportunity for us to market each individual area, and then it will lift up the other two areas with it. So we've seen this play out in real time. It's great to have like a theory when we were kind of coming in that this would happen, but like we've seen the NFTs start to mint, okay, and then we push Stink and we start to market Stink. Now Stink exposure brings eyes onto the project, and the mint starts to progress more. So the Stink all-time high correlated with some of the highest sales that we had for the NFTs. Then we fully mint. Stink reaches an even higher all-time high. Imagine when we start to add in the third component to this of the in real life businesses, and we're able to market specifically to beer drinkers and draw them into our communities, draw them into DSDC. With less than 5% of the world being invested in crypto markets, we have a huge opportunity to capture a new audience with the beer drinkers, especially a younger crowd that's open to crypto, open to investing. So just picture this. Every QR code, every can, bottle, label will have a QR code and something basic like that that's designed to grab beer drinkers' attention. Scan here if you want your next six-pack free, or want free beer, scan here for your chance to win. So then from there, it'll bring them in to our communities. It'll bring them into DSDC, educate them about how to get invested and what the project's all about. But at every kickoff party, every retail party, it'll be a dual marketing strategy that Randy's going to use. So at a beer festival, when you're advertising your brand at a huge local retail location to kick things off, it'll be marketing DSDC in the crypto side while we're at a real life location. And so those marketing opportunities are going to be designed just to draw new investors, new holders, NFT and token holders into the space. And that's the part that I love about it. That's the part that gets me fired up, because that's the part where I see the opportunity for unlimited expansion and growth of DSDC. So let me go back, I guess, to the NFTs real quick, Mary. You asked me a question about that. 5,605 fully minted on BNB chain. The original mint price was 0.15 BNB. And we started that mint in October with the launch. We were fully minted by Christmas at a time when nobody was minting collections. And we kind of brought, I think, in a lot of ways, brought a lot of life to BNB chain at the time. And we're able to really have a lot of momentum with our mint and connect with some great projects that we did collabs with. A lot of the networking that we did and a lot of the respect and a lot of the collabs that we got were a result of that working constantly on development and marketing and never stopping. I mean, it's pretty unusual to have a BNB chain project do a Binance Live AMA, the bigger AMAs that we did with Caesar, getting Caesar's support, having him as a holder, and having Maurice and Buck and all these guys as holders, well-known people in the space, along the way, garnering their support, and keeping their support and keeping that is shown, I think, in a lot of the promotions that we've done lately. So the NFT project was a way that I think gained a lot of exposure and brought new eyes in while we were minting and while we were progressing with the mint. And it was evident that we were pouring that money back into the project, which for us, it's our passion project. And we don't have to pay ourselves to slit the throat of the business on a startup like this. So we're reinvesting. And I think that that's been shown to be, evident for everybody that's been holding or that's been an investor by the way we've progressed with big AMAs while we poured money back into the development and enhanced the experience for our users along the way. So the NFTs are also getting an upgrade, Mary. So if you're an OG skunk holder, I know you are, and I know that
I
a
am.
lot of people
Yes.
are. So you're going to get a free art upgrade, which is, I think, part of this V2 process is showing that we value our holders. So not only that we value our holders, but we value the OG Skunks collection, and that's an important message to get across to everyone that we're not just dropping a new collection today for Stone Skunks just to sell some pictures. The reason that we're dropping it is because we are progressing so fast with the cannabis gummies business that we have. We're linked in with the biggest distributor and producer of legal THC and legal hemp-derived THC and CBD products out of Texas, and it's a result of the relationship that Lou has had as their financial analyst for years now. So because of that, he's able to share with them the project, have an inside kind of meeting with them. Turns out they're NFT investors, and we hit a home run for DSDC. So they've just given us full access to legal, and they want to push our brand. They love the Drunk Skunks brand. So like, again, the focus is on the NFT collection of the original OG Skunks, which we have huge respect and value for. We love that collection. So every holder will get a V2 upgrade as a way of showing that we value that
Nice.
collection. So you don't have to
So
do anything.
can people who are not skunk holders right now, can they go and buy some OG skunks and then they can also get the upgrade or what?
Absolutely, yeah. So that upgrade is just coming as a result of metadata updating. So that's the hassle-free, convenient way to do it. Is all you have to do is hold your OG skunk. So if you buy one on secondary, you'll get the art upgrade. It's coming. It's a little bit delayed. I know that Lou's working on it behind the scenes, but that art upgrade is coming. And so if you buy one on secondary, or if you're holding one from the original mint, you'll just have a hassle-free, cost-free upgrade. No charge, and you don't have to do anything. So as soon as we update the metadata, it's just there for you.
So what is going to happen with my skunk then if I have one in the update? Is it going to change how it looks, or is it going to be a second NFT?
Yeah, and I'd love to be able to share some of the art because I think it's really cool. We've had some previews in the Telegram.
Yeah.
We've done a lot too, so I'm not sure if I can share it here, but I will try. And also, yeah, Mary, you don't have to do anything for it. So all you have to do is just hold it. And then when we announce that art upgrade is finished, just check your wallet. It'll display, connect to secondary, check it, and it'll see the new skunk. And the art is really cool. It's actually the style of the Stone Skunks is the enhanced V2 artwork that we have. So it's great to see that on the Stone Skunks collection. But our art team surprised us and said, not only will you guys see this enhanced V2 artwork, but we're going to do it for the OG collection. And we're going to have it all ready for you guys here during the relaunch process. So it's a statement, I think, about the value of the OG Skunks collection that we place on it. But it's also, I think, going to set some trends too with a greater appreciation for art in the NFT space and on BNB chain, which, I love. I love BNB chain. I think there's so much potential there for projects specifically with NFTs and positioning ourselves, in the market at the top, while CZ is super bullish on NFTs and bringing a lot to BNB chain. So I think that, that's a good place to be. The NFTs, Mary, I think just to make sure that the ultimate utility of both of these is kind of shown. The OG Skunks will be like your social badge, like your pass, your exclusivity that you need to have full access to DSDC. So you'll never be able to access all the different elements of DSDC unless you are an OG Skunks holder. And that's, again, the value that we place on that collection. But the big utility coming, I think, for the OG Skunks collection is the profit sharing models that we have. So just for clarity, the big staking rewards for the OG Skunks are coming from the profit sharing from the in real life beer business sales. And the Stone Skunks collection will offer profit sharing from the cannabis gummy sales. So the OG Skunks collection, kind of going back to that.
How much of the revenue or the winnings are going back to the holders?
For us, we're planning on sharing all of the net profits with our holders, and we're tokenizing those profits back to them. So this will be, again, a great boost for Stink while we tokenize profits, and also, a great reward and increase in our holders' value as far as staking of those OG Skunks goes when we tokenize profits. So that'll kind of be the main utility for the OG Skunks. But there's so much more, as you mentioned. We haven't even begun to really tease. We've teased it out a little, but we haven't defined the full utility of Stone Skunks, and we haven't defined the full utility of the OG Skunks as far as the integration into the Skunkverse goes. But there will be benefits for our OG Skunks holders within the Skunkverse as well.
So the OGs you can buy, they are already, you can't mint them because they're all sold out. You can just buy them in secondary market. But the Stone Skunk, when can I start mint my Stone Skunk then? Today, right?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, this is a great time to have this AMA with you guys, because we are going live here at 4:20 UTC. So we should be live with minting on Rareboard in less than an hour, and we're going to have a happy hour to kick things off here in our Telegram. So we will be kind of kicking things off with a party. We'll be doing some giveaways. So if you guys are free after this, anybody listening, welcome to come back to our Telegram and Drunk Skunks DC official, and come back and join us for some fun giveaways, duck races, spin-offs, things like that.
I will come and check it out. That's so fun over there. I'm sober though, but I know sober skunks are also welcome.
They sure are. Sober skunks welcome. Yeah, and that's true. We do have quite a mix of not only international presence in our chat, but also sobriety levels are
perfect.
All sobriety levels are
not
welcome.
Not too many, just some.
So that's a little bit about that, Mary. I think that this Stone Skunks collection is going live today for minting, and it will be 420 will be revealed weekly until we're minted out. So I think
what's the price then? Do you pay in stink?
At this point, it's 0.2 BNB. However, yes, the big picture plan is to be able to actually go into the Skunkverse, mint and transact, trade, pay all fees, and transact just with stink. So eventually that will be the time. But the timing in order to get everything ready for 420 today will be BNB mint.
Mm-hmm. And is there different kind of rarities, and how does that work? It's like
the rarity is going to be the rarity is going to be kind of teased out, but you're gonna love the way we did it. I love the original collection because of the skins of the skunk, so you could see it like in chat when it was going off, and instantly you knew if you like people were just, once the hype went off, people were just like feeling like they hit the jackpot when they would mint a rare skin. For example, zombies were selling for 5 BNB. So depending on if you DCA'd when we were doing giveaways or flash sales or discounting the mint, which we did a lot, to reward our holders and to kind of get the mint going. Those 5 BNB sales on a zombie could represent a 50, 60x, which is like during a live mint almost unheard of, especially on BNB chain. So that created a lot of hype for the project, and that's also, I think, fueling a lot of hype for Stone Skunks. But I love that it was a visual thing,
Is it going to be also like, mint 1, get 2 or something like that?
I'm sorry, Mary, what did you say?
Is it going to be similar now with the Stone Skunks, mint 1, get 2 or something like that?
Yeah, well, we have not. We're not planning on doing that initially. So and I don't know that we'll ever do that with this collection. So I think it's one of those things that you'll just have to kind of stay tuned for and see if that develops or not. But initially, you'll just kind of have to keep the eyes on the Telegram and see if we're doing any promotional stuff.
Yeah. I know you do lots of that, so you have to keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll go live today for 0.2 BNB. And the rarity you're gonna love the rarity once we start to do the reveals. It's again the same type of vibe that we have, which is focusing on the visual aspects of the project and knowing that that is coming from a team that sold out the project, the original collection, and has plans to continue the OG Skunks value while introducing a new collection that has a specific purpose within DSDC. So I just wanted to define that too, because I think so often,
I like that.
Projects like move on to another collection and it's useless. It doesn't have a utility, but this is a very clearly thought out plan that has a direct relationship to our business model and progress.
The OGs will always be the OGs. That's good.
Always. Yeah, that's our baby. That's our baby. That's our collection. Always push that.
So what about the toxic beer that you have that you can like mutate your skunk. Those are sold out too, I saw, but I mean,
Mhm.
probably they also some on the secondary market if you want to buy one. Is that going to happen similar to the stone skunks too?
Well, what we had to do with mutation was we had to pause mutation because it was with the old V1 contract. And we also needed to pause mutation because we're redoing and integrating into an all-in-one DApp. So mutation will be
Okay.
coming back hard, I can tell you that. And I think a lot of people have already kind of been um, like low key buying up these toxic beers because I've seen the floor, I think, double or triple since we went live with promoting the V2. So the toxic beer is fully minted, 1,500, only available for purchase on secondary currently. So the other thing too, since you mentioned the toxic beer, Mary, is let me go back to the OG Skunks. And if you are buying and you're new to us and you want to buy an OG skunk on secondary, please check Rareboard. And here's why. It's directly related to the ability to mutate your skunk or not. And that might help you as an investor assess the value of the NFT before you purchase it. So what I mean by that is if you look on Rareboard, they developed this just for us. They put a toxic beer icon displayed on the NFT. So you can kind of see if it has the beer, then you can mutate it. If it doesn't have the beer, think of it like the skunk reached down and drank that beer, and that's what mutated him, and he drank it and it's not there anymore. So if it doesn't show it, then it's not able to be mutated. It can only be mutated once. The other thing to think about is check to see if the pair is available for sale. So can you see the mutant of the same number available for sale? Because we have just started to tease out down the line we will be doing hybrids. So it is a reason for you to hold your OG skunk and your mutant that you can create a hybrid. And we haven't really defined or given a lot of information about that collection, but it's awesome. And I love the art on it too. We teased a little bit out, but that's going to be like when we feel like the ecosystem's ready for that, we will start to introduce that out. But we just wanted to make sure that our investors are knowing down the line that there may be a purpose for you to hold the OG skunk and the mutant pairing. So just check it out on Rareboard, guys, and just make sure that if you see that icon, the toxic beer there, it means that it can still be mutated. And if you don't see it, it is already been mutated. So check for the pair. Maybe there's a listing for the pair as well. And then do your own research about what that might mean for you and if you feel like there's added value or not. And if you just want to grab a cheap skunk or you don't care about that too, I just wanted to make sure that everybody has that info as a new
Yeah,
buyer
very
and as a
good.
new holder.
And I know it's a lot to digest because I've been there. I've tried to digest all of this. And the people, the core team and the people in the chat in Telegram are always friendly and always wanting to answer every and single one questions you put there. So that's really good to have a community like that that's always open, always around.
Yeah, thank you. We love
Means
the
a lot.
community. I think that that's probably been my favorite part of the whole project is just the community that we built. You know, we've got supportive OGs. We've got whales like I've never seen in any other community that are just like long-term holders, you know, been holding for us. And you know, the V2 I think was really attractive for new buyers. So if you're kind of sitting on the sidelines looking to maybe buy Stink, you should know that less than 6% of the supply was airdropped to 140 wallets for the relaunch. So it was really an attractive V2 because everybody that wanted to get out of the V1 had a chance to exit. We gave them plenty of time and a reasonable market cap for them to exit the project or to reduce their position. So because of that, and along with the fact that the V2 holders are the original V1 holders are the OGs and the whales that are diamond handsing Stink for us. So, you know, I think that the combination of that, along with the fact that we did a value-based migration, so only those that, you know, if you had $100 in Stink at V1, you got $100 in Stink in V2. So value-based, I think, kept it fair for new investors that kind of leveled the playing field for entry, you know, and made the entry available for new investors. So we did raise
Yeah.
130 BNB, and we went with Presale World, who I think shares a lot of values that we have, you know, in this space. So that was a nice raise that we did, and then now we're kind of off and running, but it's not like maybe a traditional token launch because we are much less focused on, you know, pumping your bag and giving you a quick 2x so that you can exit the project. We're focused on delivering that 1000x when we have the in real life beer business flowing into it and the expansion plans that we have to kind of blow up the craft beer and the cannabis gummies and deliver those profits back to our holders. So we're more focused on the long-term 1000x that I think we can deliver, or the big 1000x. My point is big time profits for our holders, and mooning that via real work in two real industries. And Mary, too, I just wanted to say that those profits that we have are coming from alcohol sales. That's a recession-proof industry, so for us to have the ability to have an outside revenue stream flowing back into staking is one of the biggest things that I look at as an investor of how are you guys gonna give me staking
Yeah,
rewards? Like,
it's
where's
like
that coming from?
passive income, right? So why would you, if that works and you get good profits every month or however you're going to pay that out, why would you want to sell your stink then?
Yeah, and your NFTs, because they're going to essentially be the core of the
Oh yeah,
profit
the
sharing model
NFTs
that we
also,
have.
sorry. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 So, no, it's good. The stink will be stakeable too, and so that'll have the utility that we had originally as well for staking.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to say, like, not only is it coming from an outside revenue stream, those profit sharing is coming from a recession-proof alcohol industry, right? So for us, it's a big bonus that it's going to be a hedge for the volatility of the markets that we have in crypto that we live in. And so
Yeah.
coming from alcohol sales, historically they're immune to recessions. When we have economic dips, that's
People
been
drink
stable.
more.
Yeah, yeah, and it's sad to say though, but it's the truth, right? People drink more during tough times, so it's a real nice hedge for us, is my point. And it's coming
Yeah.
from a recession-proof industry of alcohol sales, and the cannabis industry just represents a huge market for us. So I can talk a little bit about those three products, Mary, if you want. Just I think we
Yeah,
have a really
go
good
ahead.
balance for. Okay, yeah, I think we have a nice balance for the introductory products. As I mentioned, this is the biggest distributor and producer of hemp-derived legal THC. So for those of you that aren't aware, in the United States, the Farm Bill in 2018 legalized hemp-derived THC, and I believe that it was kind of whatever via loophole, but if you produce hemp and you can produce THC along with that, even Delta 9, which is Schedule 1 illegal in the US, can be sold legally under the Farm Bill 2018 because of the weight to milligram ratio that's defined there. So this company that we're working with successfully lobbied at the state and federal level and won to reinforce their right to sell legal THC under the Farm Bill. So, for us, they're like a giant in the industry, and we're very grateful to have that support and working with them. But they also have a ton of products that they could have offered us. So it was hard for a cannabis consumer like me and like on our team to even narrow that down. So I did want to preface that by saying, like, we're going to have all kinds of crazy great products. Like, they offer pre-rolls, edibles, chocolates, Rice Krispies. They offer a ton of great stuff. But for the initial three products, I think we were able to pace ourselves and kind of pump the brakes and deliver three really well-rounded, balanced products. So for the first product we have is our Chill product, and that has Randy's PFP on it. And it's a CBD product that is broad spectrum. So it's non-psychoactive, and it's designed to provide all of the benefits that CBD will provide for you without the psychoactive effects of impairment or anything. So if you need to use it during daytime or you're just not into the psychoactive effects, this will kind of allow you to feel the cannabis benefits without the impairment. So that's Chill, and it's Randy's product with his PFP on it. Mine is the opposite, I think, in a lot of ways. It's Buzz, so it's got it's living up to the name too, because these gummies I've tried, they pack a pretty nice punch with 30 milligrams of Delta 8 THC per gummy, and that has my PFP, the Kruger PFP, on it. That product is called Buzz for a reason, and so I've been enjoying it, and I love it. I think that it's a nice, people call it THC light, but I still think it packs a nice punch.
So it's
And then
candy with candy in it.
it's a gummy. Yeah, it's a gummy.
A gummy bear,
Yeah,
or a gummy skunk.
yeah, right. And then so Heal will be the third product, and that's got Lose PFP on it. And it is a 5-to-1 THC to CBD product. So, that's designed to provide the best of both worlds and the entourage effect, which results from combining THC and CBD and all the other different cannabinoids together, to produce the maximum health benefits. But not medical advice, do your own research. But I do feel like we do have three really well-rounded products. We've got Chill, Buzz, and Heal, and something I think that would appeal to a wide range of cannabis users that may use different products at different times during the day, even, or during different needs.
A question that comes to mind, because I live in Europe and it's not always everywhere legal to buy these kind of products. So how are you gonna sell them, and where are you gonna sell them? Because in US probably it's legal everywhere, is it?
It is, and it is because of the Farm Bill. So each country is going to have different legal constraints that it will have to work through. But as part of Randy's expansion plans for the international scene on the beer, it'll also include, obviously, a nice double dipping on the legal consultation that we'll have for the international expansion for the cannabis business. But you know what, Mary? There's so much market share to be obtained here in the U.S. that our international members can just benefit from the expansion here within the U.S. and then the profit sharing that will come to them via their staking. So, while they might not be able to.
If I want to buy any of the products, beer, are you shipping them overseas then, or?
Yeah, so while you might not be able to get the actual physical products, you can still benefit from the holding and the staking. So I think that the best way to kind of view that is like we are sustainably working on the expansion plans, but we're trying to be as responsible with investor funds as we can and not over expand and not overdo it too quickly. But we do have plans to get them into everybody's hands, because the fact is, and you've seen it, Mary, you've seen it in the chat too, like our international presence is huge. So we've got to, respect
people are
that.
eager to get the beer. I've seen it.
For sure. And I think that Randy's got some really creative ways of doing it. Like, for example, we want to offer a subscription service, a box service, and an in real life airdrop that includes beer, gummies, and merch. And as a way of doing that and getting that to everybody that we possibly can, we will be able to customize each box, and he's going to hand pack and look at each person's individual shipping and regulation. For example, if I can't ship it to you, Mary, and I can't ship you the gummies, maybe I can get you extra beer for your subscription box. Or if you're in the case where both things are prohibitive, then I could offer you one of two things. I could offer you a custom box with merch, or I could offer you the BUSD equivalent of it if you win a prize and you can't receive it for some reason. So those options, and also too, respect to DeFi. Not everybody wants to dox their physical address, and not everybody wants to, even dox their wallet. So, we got to respect the varying levels of DeFi, and I got full respect for that. So we want to cater to everybody, and make it accessible.
That's really good. Good to know. You're flexible.
Yeah.
Flexible as a drunk skunk. Very good. I know the time is running, and you probably have to go soon to get to your own party over at Drunk Skunks community. But would you like to take some questions, or don't you have time?
I would love to. I would love to take questions. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's have some questions. And I'm going to put on a few questions here. I'm not sure everyone has time, but we'll see. We'll start with the person who comes first up here.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Time for it to connect.
Can you hear me?
Hi, North. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Welcome
all right.
up.
Yeah, thank you. So, my question is concerning the club itself. So, if a particular member of the club is trying to maybe like start up his own beer house or beer club, or even an NFT project, so what kind of support would you be giving to them, since they are part of what you're building?
So if a DSTC member wanted to start their own collection, is that like NFT collection? Is that your question? Am I understanding that right?
Yes.
I think that, we've had that happen and we've done collabs with them and, offered, an AMA in our Telegram and, reciprocal AMA in theirs. And we've done things like that. Actually, we've had DSTC holders reach out and want to do a collab and things like that. So yeah, we actually we're supportive of BNB chain projects in general too, just because I think that lifts up BNB chain and it benefits everybody. But there's a lot of cool innovation coming on BNB chain too. So like an example of that would be Miles from Elysian Odyssey, who is awesome and very innovative. He's developing PFP auto staking and an algorithm that will reward the when you stake it on Twitter and you follow and deliver on the tasks of the day, so to speak, you will have an increased staking reward over the base rate. So it's really incentive based, and it has the opportunity to virally market that out and reward people for doing the work of promoting on Twitter that you guys already do to support DSDC. So like we will be able to benefit from both of those things through our partnership and collaboration with Miles, who I met on a collab as a BNB chain type of relationship that we had. So, our friendship has grown and he's been able to include us in the plans for PFP staking and for NFT insurance. So this collection that's launching today will ultimately offer that insurance when Miles is live with it, so that you can pay a small premium and then have your NFT never lose the value, and you'll be insured for any difference in the mint price that it drops below or the floor price drops below wherever you purchased it at. You'll have the option to do that too. So two innovative things that, I'm sitting here saying it's beneficial to us too to do collabs and to support smaller projects, because you just don't know what kind of cool innovation and creativity they're going to bring to the space. So to answer your question, yeah, we definitely have done that and benefited from that in our own way and shown a benefit to others as well.
Oh, wow, man, that's really great. That's really great. Thank you, Mary.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
North.
Great question.
All right, Cusman, you're up next.
Good day. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I must confess, this is a very amazing project. So actually, I went to your documents. That was your white paper, and I read that about the business DAO, which say that some of your NFT holders can act and participate in governance decisions. I don't know, between this MSD and DSD NFT, which one of them should the user hold before he can be a DAO member? And also, which kind of government decisions or which kind of governance decisions can these NFT holders participate in and vote on? Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I'll be honest with you guys too. That the DAO-like atmosphere that we've had has been established a bit, but it has not been developed to anywhere near the level that we are going to want or need to, kind of progress within our business plans to grow the businesses in real life and the project itself here in the crypto space. So, like, to answer your question, currently we have a community planning group that is actually full of OGs, and it's comprised of whales, but also vocal community members that, you don't have to be a huge holder. You don't have to be a whale to be in that. I think that's not a healthy a makeup to have. So to answer your question, the OG Skunks and Stone Skunks holders will eventually develop into a DAO-like setting. And one of the ways that we're also going to develop the social exclusivity is by our development and progression into Discord, which we have largely been not present in. And then that's a huge area where we need to expand and grow, because, just NFTs and Discord go together a lot. So for us, it'll also be a way to expand and promote those collections that we have. But to be a holder and to have DAO-like voting powers and things like that and influence in DSDC, just stay tuned for more information about how to get that. But right now it's going to be based on your OG Skunks holdings, and it will later be phased in for Stone Skunks as well.
Okay. Then which which of your channels can I get updated? I don't know, is it your Discord or your Telegram regarding this DAO governance?
Yeah, join our Telegram. and Drunk Skunks DC official is probably the best way. It's extremely active. Like I'm just glancing at it now. Just since the AMA started, there's over 350 messages that I missed. So come into the Telegram. It's very active, and also you'll be able to kind of start to join the community there, and also just get any answers you have about any of those questions, and stay up to date on the progression of the DAO and all the other aspects of DSTC.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mary, for this wonderful opportunity. I wish you all the best.
Tasman. Yeah, go over there and have a look. Jay, you're up next.
Hi, Mary. Good evening.
Hi.
Yeah, so going through your Twitter page, I can see that in the Skunkverse, there's something called a loot keg, which will be divided into bronze, silver, and gold categories. So I don't know, can you walk me through what a loot keg is, and what actually are the benefits of this loot keg? And then lastly, I can see that you guys have a P2E game in the works. So do you mind sharing a sneak peek on your P2E games? Thank you.
Yeah, those are good questions, and they're actually related. They're connected. So the loot bag will be bronze, silver, and gold, and we've given away a few of those already for pre-sale buys. So Silfaster is basically developing a 3 attributes per loot keg. So you'll purchase a loot keg with Stink. You'll open your loot keg, and you'll see 3 different customizable attributes. So you'll get for example, you'll get a hat, or hair, and then you'll get a facial one attribute, and then you'll get like a body attribute. So you'll be able to customize your skunk in those 3 different ways. And then your attributes you get a higher chance of minting rare attributes when you go up. So if you go from bronze to silver, silver to gold, you'll get a higher chance of minting a rare attribute, which will obviously make your skunk look more rare and cool and stand out, but it will also deliver some value for you when we go to the customizing mint process that we'll have, where you can set your skunk with your rarest attributes, mint an NFT based on that appearance and attribute set, and then you can use that to list it, sell it, trade it within the Skunkverse marketplace. So that's the big picture plan, but development's coming along very nicely, and those will also help you with advantages within the games that we have coming. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Basie's Dookie Dash structure of how they, just absolutely lit it up with that whole game series that they're doing, and then it progressed into, the summoning, and then it progressed into their second version of the game. So, for us, we're Basie plus beer on BNB chain is kind of the vibe that we've set out to have. And so I think, like, for us, we're going to be following a similar structure to the game, but those NFTs and those loot bags will all tie back to giving you advantages, and also, customizing features within the Skunkverse and game.
All right. So how do I upgrade from the bronze to silver and the gold? Could you walk me through the processes? Thank you.
Sure, yeah. Once that is all live, we'll have details within the Skunkverse of how to do that. So that's actually kind of what Silfaster's focused on, the development, and we do meet regularly with him. So we do have another update coming tomorrow. So for you, as far as looking for information about the loot kegs and the game progress, we will be sharing a huge update tomorrow. So make sure that you guys join our Telegram, Drunk Skunks DC official, and we'll get you ready for the announcement.
All right. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you, Mary.
Secret, Jay.
Yeah, whatever Silph's going to be bringing out, we want to make sure that it's brought out the right way and teased out the right way. So yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be coming tomorrow, though. We got a big update coming in today. We've got obviously 420 and the mint going live and the party going off. So lots of stuff happening.
Can we have one more question from Lee Man?
Sure, I'm happy to take some questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go, Lee Man. You're up.
All right. Thank you very much, Mary. It has been a very interesting AMA session. Okay, my question is about this Skunkverse, about the utilities. Can different holders of the NFTs with different pegs interact with each other in the Skunkverse, like collaborate with each other, having NFTs with different pegs?
Let me make sure I understand your question. Can you say it again for me?
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay. In this Converse, can holders of NFTs with different pairs like interact with each other, like collaborate?
Yeah, so within the Skunkverse, you definitely will have. That's the idea, is that we want to basically create a user experience that you're going to want to hang out in the Skunkverse. So you'll be able to talk with your, talk right there in the Skunkverse and interact with other members that are walking around. There's a dance floor. You guys got to come check it out. There's awesome video previews that we have so far. So yeah, there's like a party vibe to it, a dance floor. There's going to be a way to go up to the bar and interact with me at a happy hour. There's going to be a way to make fun in-game purchases that you can gift or trade to others, and also the opportunities to go right into the gameplay with each of the games that we'll have within the Skunkverse.
All right, thank you. My second question, okay, for the in-game purchases, like, do you have a token in the ecosystem, or you're using a stable coin?
We have Stink. Yes, we have Stink, and we also have Stinky. So I haven't gotten into that too much, but it is a dual token economy model that we'll have. Stinky is our inflationary token. Stink is our deflationary token. And then the tokenization from the real life profits coming back into that ecosystem is part of our model that we feel like is innovative and strong and designed to take pressure off the chart and reward holders in a token that won't penalize Stink holders. So we've got a couple things, creative things worked out for how we'll deliver that.
So that's all coming still.
All right,
coming.
thank you.
Thank you.
Great innovation. Let's party.
Let's go.
Let's go. No, I've never heard that, Jay, about the dual token. That's new for me too.
Yeah, and we have some more. Mary, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know it's probably a lot of info to get into. I can get into a little bit of it, but we also have a lot more info that's on the docs.drunkskunksdc.com that you guys can pull up and check that out too. We do have some information. If you click Stink V2 or click Stinky, it'll define a little bit about the dual token model that we have. And if you have any questions, hop in a Telegram.
Yeah, I will read there. I know you have to go soon. Jay, I want to ask you about if you could like dream free, and here you can. How does the future look like for Drunk Skunk project? Where are you in like 5 years?
I think that, we have the opportunity here, like I mentioned, for Drunk Skunks to be an absolute presence in the craft beer scene, and also take some nice profits for our holders within the cannabis business as well. And expansion into both of those areas really is scalable for us and limitless potential. Also, I think that the business model that we have, Mary, is really designed to capture an audience from these real life businesses and real life exposure and bring them into DSDC, and expand and grow that way, and not necessarily have to rely completely on, a Telegram tour, right? For that, because we've done 40 plus paid AMAs, that have definitely brought us exposure and growth. But at the same time, you kind of limit yourself if you don't have an outside revenue stream, or you don't have a product that you can market to a different audience. So I love it. I think that the opportunities for expansion, like I mentioned, are crazy. And we plan on obviously using and leveraging all of those industry level top tier relationships that I've mentioned on this AMA. We plan on leveraging all of those for the benefit of DSDC. So for us, 5 years, hopefully we're at the top of the craft beer scene, multiple micro breweries that we have of our own. And, expansion has kind of begun into the international scene from, all 50 states here, and then, expanding internationally as well. So I think that for us, it's just about continuing to push the roadmap of the development of the NFTs, of the token, and of the real life businesses, and push this as hard and as far as we can to expand for DSDC.
Yeah, sky is the limit. I mean, do you guys have plans to go into other businesses as well, or thinking about that? I mean, or
I think that for us right now, I think that's certainly enough industries for us to tap that will provide profit and potential, alcohol and, cannabis. But within each of those, we definitely have, the potential to expand products. So for example, like a skunk light for the third beer, for example, will market to another huge audience, not just the young college beer drinking scene, but also, that expands it to a wide range of people that drink a light beer, low carb beer, that want that as an option. So it's like, it's that, I think it's expanding products within those industries that will allow us to reach even bigger audiences, industry specific audiences, if you know what I'm trying to say there.
I like that answer, because as you said also before, if you try too much too fast, I mean, that can come back and bite you somewhere. I mean, it's much better to concentrate where you are good, So I like that answer.
I think it's just about being responsible and scalable. Like we've done everything else, like we've reinvested the profits of the business back into it in an effective way. Like that's the other thing too, is it's got to be targeted marketing spent that's specific for the NFTs, that's specific to reach your token audience, and that's specific within the alcohol and cannabis industries to market to them. So, while we do that, it's lifting the other elements of the project up, as I mentioned earlier. But again, like you had said, if you expand too quickly or, too fast or irresponsibly, it's not good. Mm-hmm. It's not a good business model. And you certainly can do that because, everything's pretty crazy within those industries. It's very competitive within the craft beer scene. So like for us to receive very bullish feedback from big boys in the industry that they love our brand and they want to push us, in cannabis and in the alcohol industry. I mean, for us, that's really, really an affirmation that we're going to, motivating for us to push it and blow it up. Like we've got a lead here, like we can blow this up. So that's really the bullish from the team, motivation for us.
So is there also going to come out a collection with sober skunks then soon?
Sober skunks? No. We don't have a sober skunks collection plan, Mary, but that might be just for you. I'll make one sober skunk NFT.
Yeah, I think I need one soon.
You'll be the honorary sober skunk.
A rare one. It's only one. Perfect. Well, Jay, it has been a pleasure, and I'm gonna give you the floor to maybe wrap it up, or also mention something that you feel that we forgot to talk about that's important for you to say to your community. And I have as much time as you want, but I know you don't have, so talk as much as you want.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I think it's good. I love talking with you, and obviously, hearing from your members too. But if there's any outstanding questions, the first thing that I will say is that we love to hear from you guys and would love to answer whatever you guys have for us. So full transparency on this project from October, guys. And we've had it's just been so clean, and I love that. And I won't be a part of a project that isn't, because I host AMAs in the Crypto Tavern, and we have to keep everything on the up and up clean. And I think that it's been a great experience overall since we've gone live in October. So please join our chat and, get to know us if you haven't already, or ask away. DM me, one of the team members, or ask in chat. We're here to answer questions and be a part of the community just as much as we are leaders in the community too. So, for us, Mary, just to summarize, we've got the NFTs, we've got the token, and we've got the in real life businesses. So the NFTs, BNB chain, fully minted. We were number one at the top in every analytic, and we plan on, using those connects and everything that we've got from that to fully mint this Stone Skunks collection that we have dropping today. So that's probably at the forefront of our focus. Today's 420 at 420 UTC. Here in about 7 minutes, our mint is going to go live. So I am going to hop back over to our Telegram, open up a happy hour VC, and do some fun giveaways and prizes and things like that. So if you want to win a Stone Skunk, or if you want to see what they're all about and kind of get the latest to up-to-date info on the Stone Skunks collection, it is a collection that will be revealed 420 weekly until we're fully minted. And it's 0.2 BNB today, a collection size total of 3,420. So it's much smaller than our original 5,605. And within that collection, there's some really cool stuff that will have, 4 free spirit NFTs. So if you mint one of these, you're going to be able to work with our artist and our art team to design your own 420 theme skunk. There's only going to be 4 in the entire collection. They're hidden in the mint. There's 20 1-to-1s. Okay, those are not reserved at all. They're open for anybody, hidden within the mint. And I think that we have a really good value price of 0.2 BNB when you see all the new utilities that will be dropping for it. But the first flagship utility of the Stone Skunks collection is the staking power that they'll have for the cannabis gummies and for the cannabis gummy profit sharing that we talked about. In addition to that, they've got unique utility for those NFTs that are only available to the Stone Skunks, which we've started to reveal, and we may be able to tease out some more of that today, along with more previews and along with more coming about the Stone Skunks collection, which drops in about 5 minutes here at 4:20 p.m. UTC. And so come on over to the Telegram, join the party today, and hear more about the other two avenues of the project, the token and the real life business. Let's go.
Wow, thank you so much, Jay. It was a pleasure having you here finally. And yeah, I will come join you in a second until we have our next AMA over here in 45 minutes. So yeah, I'll be over there, guys. So come join me and Jay over there at Drunk Skunks community in Telegram. And also follow Drunk Skunks here on Twitter and yeah, wherever they are more. I mean, Discord. Are you on Discord?
That's what's coming with the V2, but we are currently very inactive there. So that's an area that we need to kind of get going and expand into that. There's room for us to grow that big time. And also the exclusivity piece will be kind of explained a little bit more there via different, areas that you'll be able to be a member in exclusively based on an NFT that you hold. So we'll get more information about that. But yeah, come join the party. We're about to kick it off. And Mary, thank you so much for hosting. Great hosting. And thanks for the Crypto Miners community for coming out today. It was a great AMA, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Have a nice evening and fun over there. Party, party, party. Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, and Jay, are you still here?